Hi guys and welcome to my review of Boku no Hero Academia chapter 166. Now, if I was a normal person with a rational mindset, I would talk about this chapter as a whole. I would focus all my attention on equal parts and just, do this properly. But I am a Boku fangirl and I cannot not talk about him. So that's what we're gonna do. Just other people are gonna do proper reviews. I'm just gonna talk about my favorite boy. And a little bit probably maybe about something else. But yeah, this is a good effing chapter for Bakugo. God damn it. Oh my. Okay. First panel I want to talk about. We're going by this panel by panel, guys. This is gonna be it. Dear God. Anyway, first panel I want to talk about is the panel on, I think it's the second or third page. Let me just find it quickly. I should have prepared this. Yes, it's the third page where the guy with the balls that have teeth like fires it at Bakugo and he gets like half his mask ripped off and then it just kind of, I think it falls off because he doesn't wear it later. I love that panel so much because it gives me a lot of it gives me the flashback to when Kachan and Deku fought the first time, where the first attack Kachan lays on Deku, charges against Deku, he like does something and then like poof, and then half of Deku's mask, it also falls off, and it just reminds me so much of that. I just watched that episode as well because I'm like, ooh, let's watch the first season of Boku no Hero again, because why not? When Kachan was more of a dick back then. Not that he still isn't, but you can see he's improving. Yes. But yeah, I just love that so much because there's a, with this one panel, it's again, if you watch my One Piece review, you know I talked for 10 minutes about one panel. I feel like this video is just gonna be the same. Because other than just having that parallel of like the thing being shut off, the panels serve two completely different motives, I feel like, because when we see it the first time with Deku where it's his mask that's being torn off, it's like what can you say? Because Deku at that point, it's All Might, or I guess Horikoshi makes it like a point to say this mask, the way that this mask is designed to mimic All Might. You have the ears and you have the big smile. So it's like the mask that Deku puts on because he wants to be like All Might. It's who he looks up to. And by taking that mask away, the fight between Kachan and Deku becomes personal rather than this exercise they're doing for the thing. So it becomes a personal fight between them, which is what messes up the entire thing. This is somewhat of the same because it's tearing away Kachan's mask to make this personal, but not because he's hiding behind the facade that is All Might, but because he's hiding behind this very, tough guy exterior that he's always put on, but it's not needed for this particular exercise, because what they need for this exercise is something softer, is something, you're not here to defeat your opponent, you're here to bond with your opponent, to make them your friend, to make them trust you, so that you don't have this tension between you, and that no one tries to better each other. And I really, really like that, because when we then see him next time as not entranced by, Kami, that's her name, right? Kami's little illusion thing, it was really funny. That's actually not the next time we see him. The next time we see him is in that really great panel with him and Todoroki and I want to call it Inotaki, but that's the team from Haikyuu because I just read that chapter as well, so I'm just like completely bumbled up here. But you know what I mean. That's just a nice panel of Kacha, and I want to point out, like, look at his arms; they're super beefy. Give him 4 years or something, and I'm all over that. Anyway, that's just a great panel. Let's just point that out and ignore everything else. Then we have, oh, that was a good, I'm just going through this chapter now. The Keimi Todoroki, I laughed so hard at that. That was so good. And then you have, Boku being entranced by that, which is, for me, always super weird, because, have I said this before, that I totally had canon Kacha and SK, so that was just, like, really weird for me, but, you know, it's just a canon, you can do whatever you want. Anyway, that was funny. I'm going to try to find that other panel that I want to talk about. This one, where it's a flashback to, I think it was last episode, where you see them huddled together talking about what their strategy is. And they basically figure out that what they want to do is, instead of looking down upon them, they want to, like, show off their abilities in a way that's not, look, we're better than you, but look, we can do these cool things, and you can benefit from it, and we can, like, help each other out, because you have the Todoroki being like, oh, I can't really do these structures by myself, so I use your quirks to, like, help me do all these things, like, in a really, like, soft, good way. And I love Kachan's little comment about, if you lose to an opponent who's looking down on you, all it does is leaving you feeling shitty. Because he draws this from personal experience, because that's always how he's felt like with Deku. And how he probably imagines that other people kind of feel about with him. But it's something he really feels with Deku, because that's the whole point of the fight and the tension from Kachan's side at the very least. Like, he always felt, especially coming into UA with Deku having a course, he always felt like, this guy is just looking down on me. And even before that, it's like, he completely misunderstood what Deku was doing here, but that's why he always hated him, because he was like, why, I'm supposed to be better than you, yet you're, like, looking down at me from even though you're nothing. And even though what Kachan, like, obviously Kachan's rationality wasn't right, because he completely misunderstood Deku, his feelings are still valid. And if they're gonna use brute force on these children, obviously that's what they're gonna feel. They're gonna feel like these heroes are they're just beating them down because they're better, and they're just then gonna grow up to become better than them, and that's not gonna solve anything. So I really, really like that. I just, wow, that was intense for me. And then you have his interaction with that other kid who just, like, on his high horse. And oh my god. I nearly fucking cried reading this, and I'm probably gonna cry in like 10 seconds. When he said, if all you ever do is look down on people, you won't be able to recognize your own weakness. That hit me, like, straight in the feels. Fuck, I'm crying now, okay. That was just... Because that's Bakugo recognizing what he needs to work on. And that's such a huge step for him. I cannot believe we're getting this. Because obviously this is the natural I'm really crying, fuck me. This is the natural next step after the fight that he had with Deku, where he got the whole talk, he found out about the truth about his quirk and about All Might and all that stuff. And he's now determined to become a hero who doesn't just fight villains, but also help people out. And he needs to recognize what his weakness is, which means that he has to stop looking down at people, which, like, an extended thing, it extends to he's no longer looking down at Deku, which obviously from context clues and stuff we already knew this, but it's basically him saying that he's acknowledged Deku as a rival or as an equal at this point. And that's just so good. You have no idea how much I've been waiting for this. Of course, this is only step one. Now he also needs to tell Deku this to his face, and apologize. We all know that what I want most from Kachan is an apology, for just everything he's done. Because obviously Deku's gonna forgive him. I don't think Deku is expecting an apology, but it's the decent thing to do. It just that just hit me so badly, and just Kachan's expression there as well, because he goes from being like, "Come on, join the fun. Why are you just standing there?" Like, he's angry as usual, and then you have that fucking serene look on his face where he looks back and he's all soft, and he's like giving this lesson, and then he goes back to being a nerd, but it's just like that one line that just I cannot with this kid. He gives me so many feelings. Because his entire journey, if you don't understand why he's my favorite character, it's because his personal journey is so different from every other character. Because he's introduces your kind of typical bully kind of thing. And I've seen a lot of people who are like, oh, it's so bad because Boku no Hero kind of glorifies him as a bully. But that's not it. The good thing about Kachan is that he gets shit for every time he does something wrong. People call him out on it, especially in UA. And then he has to improve on that. Because every time he does something bad, it goes back to bite him in the ass, basically. Like, you have the entire school festival and his attitude there, and that entire thing led him to be kidnapped by the League of Villains, which then in turn led to the fall of All Might, which Bakugo ended up blaming himself so much for, and it tore him down. Like, it's his personal story is just so good. I cannot even begin to tell you how many feelings this is getting me. I'm legit crying. It's gross. But anyway, this was a good chapter. Just showing their teamwork and stuff. And I really talking not about Kachan, because that's just I really like the last panel or last page where you have All Might and Endeavor looking down at the heroes in training, I guess, and then you see Endeavor look at I'm gonna cry again. This chapter was so emotional for me. He looks at Todoroki, who uses his fire. I'm really tearing up here. I don't know why this is so emotional for me. And he's smiling at this kid, like giving her warmth, and you have All Might being like, Endeavor, the answer must be quite simple, and it's just it's such a heartwarming scene, because it shows like how you can use like something like fire, something that Todoroki has been rejecting for so long, and he uses it for good, not just for fighting. He uses it to like warm people's hearts, and you have Endeavor looking at him being like, wow, oh my god. It's so I cannot with this. I don't know why this is making me so emotional, but it was such a good chapter. Fuck man, why? God damn it. But yeah, it was really, really good. Obviously I'm crying just talking about it. I'm not even damn. Okay. Did I I need to get back to this. But yeah, okay. Essentially, it was a really good chapter, just really showing how to interact with people without, like, I don't even know how to put this to words. You read the chapter, I'm not gonna, but it showed each and every one of these people learning from their mistakes, like the reason that they did not pass the exam. They worked on each of those areas, and it was really great to see. Obviously we still don't know much about Kami, but fuck, I went out of chapter. That was never mind. Okay, but I made myself way too emotional. But that last panel was just really good, and the last panel with Bakugo as well. It was really great, and I really loved you have All Might and Endeavor in the background just observing, and you have like there's the one panel where All Might is like woo. I really love that. But that little flashback to them talking about what to do with the children, that was really nice. Well, you have Todoroki smiling is always like right in the feels because he's always so stoic in the background and doesn't understand stuff. So when he smiles like really softly, it's like, oh my boy. Oh my god. I'm gonna stop talking because I am so emotional. I don't know what's happening. But you can leave a like if you like this super emotional review. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Leave in the comments what you thought of the chapter. I swear to god, I think I'm the only one who feels like this for this dumb chapter. But it was good. It was really, really good, and it seems to be concluding this part of the training at the very least. I don't know if we'll see more, or this is just gonna be the end of it, or what, but it was really good. I did say I thought this was gonna be really short, so maybe we're gonna see like them wrapping it up next time then. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, leave a comment what you thought, and you can subscribe. Hopefully next time I won't cry. But you never know. But until next time, bye.